Hey, what's up Aquamigos? How are you guys doing today? And to anyone who's new here, my name's Tobias and we're building a koi pond in my backyard. So if you guys saw my last video, we poured this concrete foundation right here. We have it anchored to the bottom of the pond's retaining wall, and we also have it anchored to this concrete right here, which is supporting our DIY settlement tank. And this foundation right here is going to support our first stage of mechanical filtration, which will be this plastic tote right here. That's gonna go right there. And then in today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to connect it up to the settlement tank. And check it out, guys. The concrete's completely dry now. Let me go ahead and move away some of these things that I have here. And yeah, guys, I think it's looking really solid. The reason that I'm having all of our filtration right here supported by concrete is because I don't want it to shift around over time, because if the ground starts to shift, you know, we might get some leaks around the seals of the filters. So basically what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to take this plastic tote, we're going to situate it on top of that concrete that we poured, and then I'm going to get my 5-inch hole saw over here. Let me show you guys this. I have a 5-inch hole saw. It's pretty crazy. And you just attach this to a drill, and then we're going to saw a hole right into this side of the plastic tote, probably like right here. I'm going to get it as close to the bottom as I can, and then over here I'm going to drill into this trash can right here on the side, and then I'm going to stick uniseals. I have two 4-inch uniseals. One of them will go in the hole on the trash can, one of them will go into the hole on this plastic tote, and I'm going to cut a piece of 4-inch PVC pipe, which I have over here. This right here is 4-inch PVC pipe. I'm going to cut a piece of that, and that will be connecting the settlement tank to the mechanical filtration. And let me just show you those two 4-inch uniseals. And just a FYI, guys, to install a 4-inch uniseal, you need to cut a 5-inch hole. That's why I have a 5-inch hole saw and a 4-inch uniseal. If you guys are looking for uniseals yourself, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description below. They do sell them on Amazon, so I'll go ahead and put an Amazon link in the description below in case you want to check those out. I'm actually using uniseals on this intake right here, or inlet I should say, and I'm also using a smaller 2-inch uniseal on that inlet right there. So let's go ahead and get started. So with these larger hole saws, they usually come with a regular drill bit that they kind of attach to, and one thing I learned is that it's way easier to kind of first find the center of where you want to drill your hole, and then just using the regular drill bit, just drill a hole into it, and then attach the hole saw to the drill, and then drill your bigger hole, because then you have that center hole to kind of guide you through. And then I'm just sanding around the edges of the hole because it does make kind of a sharp cut, and I don't want it to cut into the rubber of the uniseal. I ended up finding a spare piece of 4-inch pipe that I had laying around, so I actually didn't have to cut a new piece. And it was pretty much the exact size that I needed, so I decided I would just go ahead and use that. I just needed to clean it up a bit and sand the edges. And then when it comes to inserting the pipe into the uniseal, it could be pretty difficult to do, and I've mentioned this in some of my other videos, but I think it is worth mentioning again. And one of you guys actually gave me this tip to use cooking oil to kind of lubricate the uniseal to get the pipe through. So that's what I did right here. I just used some vegetable oil, and that did the trick. Alright guys, so I'm getting ready to drill into the trash can. This is kind of the part that I really don't want to mess up, because if I mess up that hole in the trash can, it's going to be a real pain to remove that trash can. If I messed up on that plastic tote, the one that I already drilled into, it's not a huge deal because worst case scenario, I could just buy a new one. But this trash can is going to be a real pain if I screw it up and have to take it out. We have a little bit of wiggle room from side to side, but not so much vertically, because I could kind of shift the position of the tote, but I can't really shift the position up or down. So yeah, I'm gonna take a minute, make sure that I get this outline correct with the marker, and then we're gonna go ahead and drill it. So as you can see here, I was able to get my dad to come out and take a look at what I was doing and kind of help me trace the hole for the trash can. I know it sounds like a really easy step, but I think what was making it a little difficult is that the side of the tote is not actually really vertical, and neither is the side of the trash can. Neither of those surfaces are like completely vertical, and I think that was kind of what was making it a little difficult. So it definitely helped to have him out there to help me do that. And then of course I needed him to help me get the pipe through the trash can, because that was also something that was really difficult. Getting the pipe through one thing is not too hard. You could do that on your own, but getting the pipe through the trash can when I already had it through the tote was really difficult. So it was good to have some help with that. All right, guys, look at that. Shout out to my dad for coming out and helping me with this, because it was tough. Now, as you'll look at it, it's not 100% perfect. You can actually tell that the pipe is actually going up ever so slightly from the trash can to this cobalt tote right here. So, I mean, that pipe's not completely level, but it should be good enough. And I already put the lid on because I just wanted to make sure I would still be able to put the lid on with no problem. So let me just take that off real quick and give you guys a quick look inside. So yeah, that's what it's looking like, guys. So basically my idea is that the pond pump will go on that side, then like the rest of this in front of the pond pump will be like mechanical filtration. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm thinking about doing like a couple rows of brushes, maybe like a regular filter pad, not 100% sure. Over here, I'm thinking about putting one of those like drain cover things on top of this. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that yet. Originally, what I did want to do is I wanted to have a 90-degree angle right here with one of those drain covers. I can't remember what they're called, but I'll show you what I'm talking about because we have a couple in the yard. Basically, what I'm talking about is something like this, except of course, you know, I'll need a 4-inch one because I'm using a 4-inch pipe, but I'm thinking about getting something like this to cover that pipe just to prevent larger debris and fish from going through that pipe. But now that I'm looking at the inside of that settlement tank, I think that if I do a 90-degree angle plus that drain topper thing, I'm going to have to be really careful that my water level in the pond doesn't fall below that 90-degree angle. So that's kind of like the one thing that I am a little worried about. The other idea I had is maybe I could have a 90-degree angle coming out this way instead of vertically. So it'll be the same height as this one, but then at least the water won't be coming straight from these pipes into this pipe. You know, they'll have to like kind of go around that angle, because the idea with the settlement tank is that the larger debris and stuff will sink down to the bottom and won't even make it over to this tub. So if you guys have any ideas for how I should do that, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. On a quick tangent, guys, check it out. One of the rosy red minnows, we could see it. Yes, one of the rosy red minnows right there. There should be a total of 4 rosy red minnows in here. I put them in here a few weeks ago to help take care of the mosquito population, or the mosquito larvae that were inside this pond. And yeah, I think they're doing a pretty good job. One more thing that I haven't done yet is I'm gonna go in here and seal around all of these uniseals and pipes. I'm going to go over these with some silicone just to ensure that I don't get any leaks going forward. But I'm going to wait until I finish setting up like all of my filtration, because just in case I have to move things around. One more thing, I need to set up the biological filtration. Some of you might remember I kind of planned it out how I was going to do it a while ago, but I was recently looking at those blue IBC barrels that I was planning on using for the biofilters, and they're actually like kind of expensive. They're like $90 each for those 55-gallon drums. So like $90 each, if I get 3 of them, that's gonna be like almost $300 just for the containers themselves without any of the filter media or anything. So I don't know, guys, what do you guys think about that? Do you think it's worth it to get those? Or I could just use brute trash cans like I use for my settlement tank. Those are only about $35 each. Of course, they are quite a bit smaller. They're only 32 gallons versus 55 gallons. So they are quite a bit smaller, but they would be way less expensive, like literally a third of the cost almost. So let me know what you guys think I should do. Should I go the cheaper route and go with the Brute trash cans, or is it really worth it to get those blue IBC barrels like I was originally planning on getting? One other idea I had. I saw on Amazon that you could buy these bags that are like 5,000 microns or 3,000 microns. I don't remember exactly how many microns they were, but say like 5,000 microns, for example. I think that is pretty close to like the mesh inside a sieve filter. And I was thinking, what if I got like one of those bags like and attached it to this pipe on this side of the pipe, so that all the water passing through here would have to go through that bag? Do you think that would be a good addition to my mechanical filtration? That's one idea that I kind of recently had, and I think they're like quite inexpensive. I don't know, I was wondering if any of you guys might have some sort of experience with that. I have seen one guy on YouTube, I can't remember his name, but he had one of those bags attached to the return line to his pond, on the outside of the return line going into his pond. So before the water hit the pond, it would pass through that bag, and he actually would collect some stuff that had passed through the filter. So yeah, just an idea. Let me know what you guys think about that. So yeah guys, that's gonna be just about it for this video. We have come a long way with the pond build. I think it was Keeping It Koi, he said in my last video, he commented that I need to get this done so that I can enjoy it during the summer months, and he's 100% correct guys. Like if the summer passes me by and I don't have this thing done, I'll have missed like the summer enjoyment of my koi pond. And you know, it's really kind of the time right now when, if I want to, I would kind of need to get new koi fish. I believe it's best to get them during the summertime or the springtime. So yeah, I definitely do want to finish this before the summer's over for sure. And as usual guys, thank you so much for watching until the end. I really do appreciate that. As usual guys, I'm gonna shout out the Aquamigos right here. If any of you guys would like a shout out in one of my upcoming videos, all you have to do is go down to the comments below and comment something with the word Aquamigo in it. If you did like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you went down there and gave this video a like. That would help me out so much. If you would like to see more videos by me in the future, more of my pond build progress, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell notifications button. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll put my handle right here, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Peace.